Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and today we've got a plans video for you. Okay, so sewing for my daughter, but before we get into that, I just want to thank you guys for all the response to my video on Tuesday. I actually haven't had time to look at all the comments yet. I've received some lovely emails. I haven't had time to respond to them yet, but I am reading them and I will respond. We've got our whole back to school week is happening right now. We don't start back to school until next week, but my kids, as you know, are starting high school this year, and so there's a whole bunch of different events for them this week, getting them up there. We have over 5,400 students that go to our high school in our town. We are the largest high school in Indiana, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so there's a lot of adjustment, especially going from a year of hybrid schooling where you were only in a much smaller school. So we have three middle schools that funnel into our high school. So a third of the students that, well, actually less than that because it's just 3 grades in the middle school and there's 4 in the high school. But anyway, much smaller school that they came from, and they were only in school with half of the population because it was the hybrid every other day thing with COVID last year. So a lot of adjustments going on in my house right now, and I just haven't had time to respond to people, but I must say that I am looking forward to next week to school starting, mostly just to get back into a schedule. I'm always excited when summer hits to get out of a schedule and just, you know, enjoy summer, but I'm always ready at the end of the summer break to get back into a schedule. I do function much better on a schedule. So I just wanted to say thank you. I actually met with my doctor this morning and we have a plan to go forward. He doesn't seem to think that there's going to be a problem in getting things figured out here somewhat quickly, and he's got me on a pretty tight leash at the moment, so I'll be going in to see him somewhat frequently for the next for the foreseeable future until we get this all figured out. So he seemed to be pretty confident in what the issue was, so fingers crossed. But that being said, so I'm going to be sewing for my daughter for right now. You know, we're still in warm months. We're in Indiana. We're going to be in warmer months at least until October, so there's not a huge rush for me to fit into my pants quite yet. But I have a dear friend. She's become a dear friend through Instagram, and Sienna, hi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sometimes when I read people's names out, the spelling, you know, it's not always an obvious pronunciation. Like in my head, I'm pronouncing it a certain way, but hi, Sienna. And we've been talking back and forth, and she gave me some wonderful just ideas of things, of ways I can adapt maybe my sewing going forward to accommodate that so that I don't hit that wall of crap, I have nothing to wear. And I just really appreciate that. And the wheels are already turning on my own fall sewing and what that's gonna look like this year as I get my health back under control. So anyway, we do have that to look forward to, I guess. But yes, I will be having my own fall sewing planning going forward, and it's going to be the challenge of making things that are figure flattering, that don't make me look sloppy, that make me look polished and put together, but that are also going to be accommodating to my wildly fluctuating waistline right now. So yes, those are the challenges going forward for that. So something. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you can follow along on the adventure. I know I'm not alone. I know so many women struggle with that, with inflammation and the crazy changes in their body. So maybe this will be I don't know, maybe we'll put another challenge together on, you know, how to do that. So anyway, that's what we have going forward. But for today, I'm going to be talking about the plans that I have for my daughter's fall sewing. Okay, so as I had mentioned, my daughter had her colors done by the color guru who I had listened to on the Everyday Style School podcast. She had been a guest on that quite a while ago now. I mean, I only discovered that podcast in March, but I had like a couple of years of, a year and a half maybe of podcast to catch up on, and I'm all caught up. So I really binged listened to that whole entire series. But she was on probably a little bit closer to the beginning, maybe in the first year, maybe second year of that podcast. But I had my daughter's colors done through her, had a great experience, totally agree with everything. My daughter is oh gosh, I can't remember now what it's called. It's a summer, but it's Oh, I have them upstairs. I can't remember now. I'll put it right here. So she goes by seasons, but then has each season broken up into 3 separate subcategories. So there's kind of 12. Anyway, had those done and loved them. And so we are doing my daughter, we've picked a color palette and stuff from her big color palette of 35 colors to do her fall sewing, just to kind of make a little capsule for her. Now, Jeannie reached out to me when I was talking about my daughter and her colors and asked if I would want to be an affiliate of her program. So basically what it all boils down to is I have a link for you guys. If you've been thinking about getting your colors done, I have an affiliate link, which means I get a commission if you do decide to get your colors done from that link, but it doesn't cost you anything more. It's just she pays me a commission for that. But I have a 10% off coupon for you. I've got a coupon code that is all in the description down below, so you can get 10% off any of the services she offers. We did just your basic color analysis plus the makeup card for my daughter. So that's what we have done for her. I'll leave that all linked down below. Now, because I'm part of her affiliate program now, she did go ahead and give me a complimentary color analysis, which you guys know I had my colors done back in June of 2020, or January of 2020. And actually, they're a little different than what Christy did, but really close to being the same. And I can talk about, I mean, they're very close. Like there's most of the colors are about the same. And I can pinpoint one like kind of distinction between the two, which I'll talk more about that though when I get into my own fall sewing and show you where I fall on her, on Jeannie, on the Color Guru, on her spectrum, just for reference, if that's something you're interested in. But again, you don't have to, I mean, getting your colors done once should be, you're good to go after that. And then, unless you at some point in your life, if you decide to go all gray or all white, sometimes that can change your colors a little bit, is my understanding. But for the most people, your colors for your whole life. So sometimes they do change a little. Anyway, that being said, I have a coupon code, so if you have been thinking about having your colors done, it's just made such a huge difference in my sewing practice for myself and now for my daughter on just being able to zero in on fabrics. Like I don't get distracted by all the pretty colors. I can zero in on my own colors, and I've been sewing that way for myself going on, I mean, it'll be a year and a half now. A little over a year and a half, and it's just really helped me stay focused with my fabric buying. I'm not like buying things that I won't use. Everything goes together, so my whole closet kind of goes together because all the colors in the same color family, if in your season, really just kind of go together. So anyway, just very pleased with that, and now I'm going to be starting to do some of that for my daughter, and I can already tell that it's just going to be a real game changer. So again, all that's down below. The coupon code, if that's something you're thinking about. Might be something good to do, an early Christmas gift or whatever, so if you're getting ready to start sewing for fall, but I've got the coupon code down below. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so let me remind you first of the color story that we're going for her fall capsule. So basically this navy and white color, which are kind of be, I mean, those are just kind of her basics. And I'm actually throwing in some lighter colored denims and a little bit of charcoal gray, but those are just, kind of just go with, whatever. And then for her contrasting colors, I guess, we're going to be going with kind of this real soft green, kind of a sea glass green a little bit. The lavender kind of color, pale pink, and then a little bit of this magenta. Now this color swatch here kind of shows everything equally. That will not be the case going forward, and I'm looking for a little bit more magenta to put in to her wardrobe a little bit. So that may come more in the winter as we kind of delve into things. And I haven't really looked, because that's a color that I can, like a plum, that I can kind of wear as well. I say magenta. It's kind of a dark raspberry, well, not really raspberry. I'm not describing myself right. It's almost like a plum. It's a color actually that I can kind of wear a little bit more. Mine goes a little bit warmer than hers. But anyway, we'll be adding more of that into the wardrobe, but probably not until winter. Because I also have, yeah, a coat that she wants a nice, like, tailored dress coat to wear to church and that kind of thing, which I love. And so we haven't picked a pattern for that yet. And I do have fabric actually from Minerva. It's one that I was gifted for a post on their site. She picked it out and I got that fabric. That was one that they chose for me to send to me. So that was exciting. But I will be doing that a little bit later on for her. So let's get started just fall sewing. Now, when I did my 10 looks, back to school looks, and then the patterns to do them, we are going off of that a little bit. A lot of those looks were from American Eagle, which is, from what the kids tell me, is a popular one for her age group as far as shopping. So it made sense for it to be something that I'm looking for inspiration, that she wants, you know, to pull inspiration from. Now, I think I mentioned that my mom and sister took her back to school shopping, and so she did get a few pieces for back to school. She got a couple of really cute short sleeved cropped shirts. And when I say cropped, I would like, her stomach is not showing in any of these. I mean, I guess if she puts her arms way up in the air, you know, we can get a little stomach showing, but she wears very high-waisted bottoms. So cropped, she likes the cropped look only because it usually hits at the smallest point of her body so that when you can see where she goes in, and you know, because she's busty, and so things can hang off her bust very easily as well. So that when I say cropped, that's kind of what I'm meaning. She just likes shorter things. She's not looking for anything that hits like mid-hip or lower, because that hanging off of her chest can make her look larger, which I can totally sympathize with because her mother has a similar issue. I just don't have her long torso that can support cropped things as well. But anyway, I've got kind of things set up in module form, so I'm just going to go through the categories as we go and talk about those. So I'm not going to be talking about toppers actually here, because she did get a, well, I'll pop a picture. She did get this jean jacket that has the hood in it. My sweet mother that took her back to school shopping did get her this jean jacket that I think is going to be great and really, you know, go the distance. And then I also made her that cropped bomber, kind of that green nylon little bomber last year that she still wears a ton, and is, I mean, it's just kind of rolls right in. It's a very soft muted green. It's a little more olive than like the sea glass, but it all kind of goes together. So those are kind of her toppers. You know, she doesn't wear a ton of cardigans. It's mostly just jackets, but she does wear a jacket because the school can be very cold. I'm assuming it'll be the same thing with the high school as it was with the middle school. They just have to keep those buildings. It's hard to radically alter the temperature in those buildings, so they just end up being really cold usually all year long. So anyway, we are going to skip over toppers because of that, but I have one piece that we're going to talk about. So it's basically tops and bottoms that we're kind of going to be covering today. So for the one piece, we'll just go ahead and talk about that first. She really wants a pair of overalls, and I'll be making her the Constance overalls from Fibre Mood. I've actually never made any patterns from Fibre Mood. If you buy, I think they're in euros, so I don't know the conversion right off the top of my head, but if you buy 5 PDF patterns, it ends up coming to 15 euros, as opposed to each pattern's like 8 euros something per pattern, so you get a really good savings if you buy 5. So I went through all the PDF patterns and we picked out 5, and yeah, those will, the other 4, we'll probably be making, you'll be seeing those later on. I was basically mainly picking them out for her. I don't know, did I pick any that are ones I would wear? I don't think so. I think they were mostly for her. But anyway, but we did get, she loves these Constance overalls. She likes that they're relaxed, they're more your standard overall, and she wanted a light wash. So I actually don't have the fabric for that here with me. It's on order, and it's from Style Maker Fabrics. Their stuff comes so incredibly speedy quick. I'll probably have it in the next couple days. But this is the same mid-weight soft denim that I have made my Megan Nielsen jeans out of and my Denim skirt. I love that fabric. It's a great color. It wears really well. I mean, if I could put either of those pieces on my body right now, I would. I mean, when it gets a little cooler. The skirt, I can't even wear the skirt right now. Now would be a good time to be wearing the skirt, but anyway, we're getting that figured out. But I've loved wearing those pieces, and I will again love wearing those pieces. So I did buy some of that for those Constance overalls, and she wanted a light wash on those. All right, next up are, oh gosh, I didn't grab the pattern. this McCall's pattern. Can't remember the number off the top of my head. I bought this in my most recent Something Delightful haul, and it has just the 80s written all over it. And she loves these yoke jeans. Again, she has a very long torso, so she's got in a very long rise because of that. She has kind of, well, I don't know that her waist is necessarily high, but because her torso is so long, it comes up higher. She was made to wear high-waisted pants and that sort of thing, because it makes her legs look longer, which proportionately her torso is longer than her legs. She's only 5'2", but anyway, high-waisted pants are really her thing. They look really great. But she loves these yoked pants with the pleat and loves the suspender. So that is view C that we are going to be making. I think that I will probably, there has to be a way that I can very easily make those suspenders removable if she, wants to wear them or not wear them. So I'll play around with that. But she really wanted a pair in kind of a charcoal gray, which is one of her dark neutrals that are on her color chart, probably the darkest color. And, she's got a lot of denim, and obviously navy blue is the dark neutral we went for this capsule, but she did want to wear some of the charcoal gray, because she has some stuff from last year she's going to be able to easily take into this year, one of which being her ginger jeans that were kind of a black denim, but they have faded now to be a dark gray. So, yeah, she's wanting the dark, or the gray. So I've gone with this charcoal denim, also from Style Maker Fabrics. I'm still waiting for it to get here, but I think that this is a non-stretch denim, and so both the denims I've gotten from Style Maker are non-stretch, but that's what the pattern calls for, and that's what she really, really loves. So I'm excited to try out that pattern for her, and just to be something kind of different and fun for her. I love that she's stepping out like that. All right, next up, she is going to be getting another pair of ginger jeans, and I talked about this in her fabric haul that I did for her not long ago. Sorry, I've got other fabrics here that were... But this is the Robert Kaufman Super Stretch Denim. I think I bought 4 yards of it from fabric.com. You've seen this. I did it in that fabric haul. But she's going to be getting a pair of ginger jeans out of these, and then I'm going to be holding on to the rest for a pair of jeans for myself. Maybe a pair of Mountain View pull-on jeans. I could use a new pair of those. And maybe I might make myself a straight-legged pair instead of a skinny pair. My current ones are a skinny pair. I mean, I'm going to keep those, but maybe I'll do a straight-leg pair of the pull-on. Just because those might be good for the fluctuating waistline. But yes, just a regular indigo color, and she wanted just your standard pair, skinny jean, high-waisted gingers. We've made those for her before. Like I said, she's got a pair that were black, now they're kind of a dark gray, and it's like a faded black. They're actually they look worn and really cool now, so anyway. All right, and then the final bottoms we're going to be making for her, actually 2. I'm cheating a little bit. Instead of just 4 bottoms here, I actually have 5, but, she wears leggings quite a bit. I made her 4 pairs of leggings last year. Of those 4, 3 of them she really likes. The 4th one, which were actually supplics, which I heard, oh, it's just like the Lululemon leggings, that kind of thing. She didn't like. They were too sucky-y for her, which wouldn't that be nice to not have to need that? But nonetheless, she doesn't wear those as often. Those were the ones that, like, if the other ones were dirty and she wanted to, had PE that day, she would wear that pair. But I've gone ahead, and her favorite of those 4 pairs were the athletic double brush poly, and they were kind of a heathered gray. And she loves that pair, and she's going to be wearing those again into the school year. But I bought 2 more colors for her. I bought this kind of, I think it's called magenta, this magenta color, and then also this lilac color, because she wanted a color of legging to kind of go into that mix. And got these from Surge Fabrics, and that's where her legging fabric from last year came from as well. Super impressed with that. So the dark, or the kind of the heathered charcoal gray pair from last year, this is the same fabric, just in 2 different colorways. So I'll be making her the Avery leggings by Helen's Closet, and it's her favorite legging pattern. There's just no bells and whistles. It's a very standard legging pattern, but it does have the gusset in the crotch, so it makes them really comfortable to wear, and it has an ultra high rise option, which she loves, and it fits her really, really well. So she'll be getting some leggings for that. All right, let's get on to, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shirt patterns to talk about, but one of them I'll be making multiples of, so that's kind of where we're going to get to our 3 tops per module. So we're talking about 2 modules here, so at least 6 tops. So for the first one, she was all aboard recreating this flannel shirt in all the different flannels, and we are totally just gonna thrift that. We're just gonna go to the thrift store and see if we can find 4 different flannels that are in her colors. Hopefully, you know, we'll just kind of play around, see what we can find, and make our own. And we are gonna use, is it the Archer? Can't remember, this style art pattern for this cropped button up that I had used for that. We're gonna use that as the basic pattern because we're just gonna, you know, look through men's, women's, you know, anything we can find with the flannel shirts when we go out thrifting to find colors that we like together. And I think that's gonna be really fun to mix you know, a few different things together to make up her flannel shirt. So yeah, that's gonna be a fun one, and she was all aboard that. I think she loved the idea of wearing that shirt over t-shirts, like unbuttoned. She could wear it as a cardigan pretty much. I guess it could be kind of a topper, wearing it over her overalls open, or wearing it tied around her waist, or even just wearing it buttoned up normally over jeans and or leggings. So she's very excited about that. So that's gonna be a fun one to thrift for fabric. The next one is we're going to be making the Page hoodie by Chalk and Notch. Now she would like this but without the hood. So we're going to be doing, we're going to be using this fabric, again from that fabric haul. And it's this tie-dyed navy French terry. It's a cotton French terry from fabric.com. And yes, so we're gonna be making the Page hoodie without the hood. We're just gonna put a neckband in it. And instead of the ties around the waist, I've actually bought some elastic like paracord, which really matched that inspiration shirt. I'll pop a picture of it that I think came from Hollister. But this inspiration, which was also from that Looks video. So we're gonna use a paracord, and we're gonna put one of those little, locks, you know, that you pinch and then it scoots things up. She liked that with the elastic cord coming down the bottom as opposed to ties hanging in front of your pants. So that's what we're gonna do for the cinching part of that sweatshirt. And I still need to find, I actually really love the Ponte knit that Joann's has carried in the past. It's a rayon nylon spandex Ponte. It's very beefy and it's a heavy one. But I want to buy some for myself for a couple of more structured pieces. Maybe a pair of pants, but it's almost a little too structured for pants, honestly. You have to almost treat it like a woven. But, I mean, it does have stretch, but it can be very sucky-y. But I thought that might be good to use for the bands on this. If I could find a navy blue to go for the cuffs and the neckband. Unless I've got something, maybe I've got some navy blue, or if I can find a good ribbing. I was looking a little bit at Style Maker, and she does have a lot of matching, the sweatshirting that matches with the ribbing, but I don't know. I was trying to save a little money. Surely I've got something in my stash. Even a cotton jersey might work. If I've got some scraps of cotton jersey in a navy, which I might, to use for that. So anyway, that's what we're going to use for the Page hoodie. Okay, next up, the Concord T-Shirt. She loves the Cashmerette Concord T-Shirt, and she loves the cropped version. That's just, you know, it fits her bust really well. There's a whole bunch of neckline options, variations, and sleeve variations. So she's interested, like I said, my mom and sister took her shopping and got her a couple of short sleeved with the lettuce edge. You know, I kind of mentioned that. And so I think she's good on short sleeve shirts that she could easily layer, but she said that she would enjoy some long sleeved shirts to wear, just like with jeans. One of the pair of jeans she got at American Eagle are not baggy, but they are more of that looser leg, tapered, relaxed. Still high-waisted, but much more relaxed through the hip and leg, which is my childhood, like my teenage years totally coming back. Not quite as baggy as we wore them, but still much baggier than like the skinny jean that they have been wearing. So she loves the idea of wearing, you know, those baggier jeans with her fitted cropped t-shirts and then like something tied around the waist. Whether that be, you know, that flannel shirt or something along those lines, or she got a new belt. And again, I just want to reiterate, when I say cropped, there's no skin showing. It just, goes over. The pants come up, the shirt comes down. There's just not as much of an overlap as if it were like a high hip type t-shirt. But we have a few different options here. So what you guys have seen is this beautiful rayon tie-dyed fabric, which I think would just be lovely. I think I have 2 yards of this, also from fabric.com and from that fabric haul. But I think this as the Concord T-shirt, long sleeves, cropped. I'm not sure which neckline. We may just do a few of them just to keep things fun and exciting. But we're gonna do one in this, so cute under the overalls as well. And just as a layering piece, really. And then I got this cotton jersey also from fabric.com. And this pink, that's one of her pinks. So we'll do the same with that. And then I also have, so I've got 3 t-shirts planned, which I think actually puts me at 7 shirts, but we're going loosely off this, folks. But I have this color, this kind of a sea glass green color. I have a lot of this, so I think I have 3 yards of this. So this could be other things as well. But we're gonna start off with a t-shirt, which probably won't use that much, to go off for her first. So all this still needs to be washed, but she's gonna get 3 Concord t-shirts of various necklines, but I think all with the long sleeves. I've also pulled, I've got these in my stash. I have like this organic cotton, it's a heathered pink that I've had in my stash forever when I still thought, when I was still wearing pink, because I grew up being told I should wear pink. I should not. At least not this sweet of pink. But anyway, yeah, but it's heathered, which is muted. That's the other thing. I'm clear colors, not muted. Which is not shocking to me at all. This is a very clear color. Heathered is more muted. It looks great with my daughter. So anyway, I've got this, and then I also have this like dusty pink bamboo cotton that I think would be really pretty for her as well. So I'm just sticking these into the pile for her because that would be really lovely on her. So we'll see if those manifest into anything, but that's kind of what I was thinking. All right, another thing that she kind of thought she might like for layering purposes, so this is underneath her jean jacket, underneath just anything else that she's wanting to wear, because you're actually not allowed to show your shoulders in school or your midriff, but you're not allowed to have just like a tank top or a sleeveless shirt without something over it. And so I'm also going to be grabbing the Luna Tank, which is a free pattern from Helen's Closet, and we're going to do the cropped version in this fabric as well. This kind of a, it's a viscose jersey, but from the fabric, oh my gosh, from fabric.com. But we're gonna be doing that tank in that, and we thought that might be cute over the leggings as well as over the jeans, and then when you layer that with like a little hoodie or something, I might end up needing to make her like a cropped hoodie. That might be really cute, but you know, we'll get this done first before we do anything else. And then finally, I have this white linen for her, and I talked about doing a little tie front, you know, a collared tie front shirt. But as we got to thinking about it, she really does need something with a sleeve because she's not allowed to have sleeveless in school, which, I don't know, whatever. But we've decided to use this. This is a white viscose linen blend, which I love. It's in a very white, so I do a creamier white. This is more of a cooler white for her. But we're gonna do the teddy top from Style Art Patterns, and this may be my next sew along. So once I've done the zippers I wanna do, and then I said I might break for a sew along, I think it might be the teddy top by, I think it's the Teddy designer top, I think, from Style Art. It's got a really nice high neckline, that kind of pops up, and it's a high-low hem, but it has 2 versions. It has like a tunic version, and then also a shorter, like cropped, I guess, top as well. But it's like the cropped one has like a high-low hem a little bit, and she really liked the idea of doing that in this, that she could easily wear over her jeans, because I think it would be kind of cool over the baggier jeans as well as the skinny jeans, just for kind of a different aesthetic. And she's got some white tennis shoes that she's got. Yeah, we got her a new pair of like Nike shoes just to wear for her athletic shoe up at the school, but then she also got a pair of fashion like platformed white shoes, like tennis shoes from that my mom grabbed for her. So anyway, So we should be set, but I think that would be really cute underneath the layering pieces as well. And again, she's got a nice long neck, so that higher popped collar I think is going to be really great on her. And it should work really well in the structure of this linen viscose without being, because the viscose helps it be just a little bit drapier, so it won't just like completely stand off her boobs. It should give her some shape and the way that we're gonna, you know, cut things so that you can see where she goes in on her body and all that kind of stuff. So there we have it, guys. I think that would be so cute too, with jeans and then cuffed and then have her little white platform sneakers. Just so cute. Anyway, there you have it. That is our definite plans going forward for my daughter for her back to school wardrobe. Again, I've spoken with my mother about doing a little module, like a 6-piece module for her as well, using her black blazer as the topper for that one, and then just making her 3 tops and 2 bottoms that we could very easily mix and match. So kind of like a little mini vacation wardrobe maybe. We might throw in a 1-piece in there for her as well, something you could easily take on a vacation, for instance, you know, with so many pieces. So that is the plan. Again, there is a little issue because she does live so far from me on getting that planned and getting things made up, but they do come out and visit quite frequently. So hopefully we can make that work for you guys as well. But she has agreed to be on the channel for that. So we can do kind of a generational thing with my daughter, myself, and then my mom. All right, guys, that is all I have for today. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. As always, leave any questions, comments you have down below. I am catching up on all of those. Just been a little head under the water right now as we're trying to navigate back to school and getting my own health and everything figured out, but we are on the upswing. So thank you all for your thoughts and prayers and wonderful comments and emails. I really appreciate that. You guys are the best, as we all know, best viewers on the internet. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. I will be back on Sunday with a zipper tutorial. I actually have not filmed that yet. I don't know. I'm not for 100% sure which zipper that's going to be yet. So we'll see. It'll be fine. All right, guys, I hope you have a good one, and I will see you again next time. Bye.